15 ways to identify the sources of emotional stress within your life. Pinpointing exactly what is causing excessive emotional stress in your life isn't always easy to do. If you are struggling to determine exactly what is causing your emotional stress levels to soar, you can do some investigating to get to the roots of the issue. Consider these 15 methods you can try using to identify sources of emotional stress in your own life. Keep a journal as a self-reflection tool. Spend some time each day reflecting on your thoughts and feelings and note any sources of stress that come up in a journal. Forcing yourself to focus and think back through your day can help you create a record of potential patterns between your different days. Within these patterns, you may be able to identify specific patterns that point to emotional stressors. Identify your unique stress triggers. Pay attention to situations or people that consistently cause you to feel stressed or overwhelmed. All people have their own unique sets of triggers or stimuli that evoke uncomfortable, unpleasant responses within them. Take note whenever you notice stress beginning to creep into your life. You may be able to identify your specific emotional stress triggers and squash them before they become bigger issues. Evaluate your relationships. Assess the quality of your relationships with family, friends, coworkers, and other important people in your life. Sometimes, these relationships can be more toxic than positive. When this happens, the relationships may serve as a source of emotional stress within your life that is causing you more harm than good. Assess your current work-life balance. Evaluate your time spent on work, leisure, and other activities, and assess whether your schedule is balanced. Sometimes, people discover that they spend far too much time at work, which creates an unhappy balance in their personal lives. Rather than spending time with friends and family or engaging in enjoyable hobbies, people discover that they're spending too much time at work, leading to dissatisfaction and other emotional stress. Consider any major life changes you have recently experienced or will soon experience. Reflect on recent or upcoming major life changes, such as a move, a new job, or a relationship change. Anytime you go through a major life change, and even when you are anticipating one coming up soon, you might notice emotional stress forming around all aspects of the change, including leaving behind the familiar to embrace something new. Identify physical stressors within your environment. Some people are highly sensitive to even the smallest irritants within their physical space. Identify any physical stressors in your environment, such as noise, light, or temperature. Over time, these pesky little stressors can cause you to feel emotionally strained as you try to work with them, around them, or through them. Assess your current financial situation. Evaluate your financial situation and assess whether it is causing stress or anxiety. Your finances have the power to affect almost every other area of your life, so when your financial situation is disordered, you may feel a lot of emotional stress because of it. For example, struggling with your finances can affect your romantic life, particularly if you and your partner share financial responsibilities. Consider health factors that might be causing stress. Assess whether any health issues, such as chronic pain or illness, are causing stress in your life. Even temporary ailments and illnesses can invite excess stress into your life. Not feeling well can cause stress to challenge your emotions. Developing undue emotional stress while working through an illness or injury isn't uncommon at all. Evaluate the expectations you have for yourself and others. Consider whether you are putting too much pressure on yourself or have unrealistic expectations for yourself or others. Everyone wants to live a perfect life, but in reality, perfection does not exist. Be realistic about the expectations you put on yourself and others. If they are too out of reach or even downright unattainable, they are likely inviting lots of excessive, unnecessary emotional stress into your life. Assess all of your daily routines. Evaluate your daily routines and assess whether they contribute to stress or make it more difficult to manage stress. Sometimes people will continue with old routines because they are familiar, even if they are no longer serving them positively. Changes in routines are often necessary over time. Don't hang on to old routines simply because they are familiar. Doing so can create tons of unnecessary stress in your life. Reflect on your past experiences. Reflect on past experiences that may contribute to stress, such as trauma or relationship problems. Letting go of past mistakes, failures, trauma, problems, and more can be challenging. However, learning how to let these experiences go is a key component of moving forward in a way that does not allow them to control your emotions or bring excess stress into your life. Consider how frequently you are using social media. Assess whether too much social media use is causing stress or anxiety. Constantly scrolling through your friends' highlight reels of good times only moments can be stress-inducing because it encourages you to compare your situations to the ones they are curating online. Social media also makes it easier to consume news, media, and more on a constantly updating basis, which can be a major stressor. Evaluate your self-care habits and routines. Assess whether you are taking care of yourself physically, emotionally, and mentally, and whether you need to make changes to improve self-care. Self-care time should be a cemented part of your everyday routine. Taking good care of yourself is essential for preventing extra stress from forming within your life. Make sure you are making time for this regular chance to relax and refresh. Consider your values and goals. Reflect on your values and goals and assess whether you are living in alignment with them. If you ever notice that you are living life and making choices in a way that does not align with your values and goals, you may notice some feelings of stress and unease. Sometimes, people begin living in a way that derails these values and goals entirely. Doing so can create tons of stress and unhappiness. Seek feedback from people you trust. Ask trusted friends or family members for feedback on areas of your life that may be causing stress and consider their perspectives. Asking for an outsider's opinion on your situation can help you see what is happening from a different angle. Seeking feedback from someone you trust can help open your eyes to different possibilities and tame stress from taking over your emotions. Coming up next, we'll be discussing 15 ways to manage stress so it doesn't damage your emotional health. Stay tuned. Thanks for watching.